Last week was a pretty tough. A lot of effort and emotionally. Those guys have been working really, really hard. And we talked about making strides and showing if we can make strides again, coming off some adversity when it was really, really tough. We've lost some games, but that was a tough one. So we talked about trying to build our team and getting stronger and showing improvement. I think the way they handled themselves and I think the way our coaches coached this week was a positive sign for where we're trying to go and what's going on. We keep coming up short once in a while. A lot of credit there to Illinois, the way they kind of started pretty good, and I thought at halftime we'd settled down. I really thought we'd come out and really start well, and the third quarter didn't start well at all. We go 3 and out, and they score. We throw an interception, I believe, and they score. I think that's right. And it's like, hey, we're going to come out and got all the momentum, and we're going to really get a couple of scores up and really get rolling. They took it to us. Again, I think it shows another positive sign of gaining on it. That like last week, we weathered it, settled down. Kind of came through that, had a couple good drives, made a couple good plays, finished strong. Defense finished strong with a couple stops. And I think the last thing I'd like to just compliment our guys on, we got not major, but just a few guys nicked up, and Tevin got an ankle sprain there at the end. How serious, I don't know. Back-to-back 100-yard gains for him. Back-to-back 100-yard gains for Stephen Houston, which is nice. But you got a new center, Colin Roarick, has a slight back injury and just was kind of gimpy and couldn't practice much this week. So we played Wes Rogers. Flo Harden took a shot in the chest last week. Kind of got a rib injury. And you got Clyde Newton as a redshirt freshman, true freshman. Heben and Murph went down. Timmy Bennett went down. And some guys stepped in and fought and battled. David Kinney made a few plays out there running around. And Darius and some of those young guys. So I think defense still got ways to go. But those young guys keep fighting. This team keeps fighting. It was nice to get a win. We got still a lot of stuff to gain on. And we got a phenomenal challenge next week traveling to Wisconsin.
How do you assess the defense's play with all those injuries, especially down the stretch in the fourth quarter, getting those stops and that late pick? How do you assess the defense?
We busted, a couple things. We busted coverage and give them an easy score and had some missed tackles where we're there. Missed tackles, but when they kind of settled down and we got into a rhythm at the end, they played pretty solid. So, we haven't been consistent enough with our performance and execution and assignments or fundamentals or you name it to play really good all the time. We flash and nice stop, good play. Today was a little bit more consistent. The only thing we've talked about, like last week, there was a period where we played really, really good as a total team, and we talked about trying to increase the time. When the defense plays well, offense come out with some energy and go score. When the offense scores, defense play with some energy, get it back, try to feed off each other a little bit more instead of being one side hot, one side cold. So it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be a complete game, but appreciate the way those kids fought. We still missed some stuff. We got a long way to go. We got to keep working there, but the offense does too.